What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. Back once again. Big shout out to the bossy Lawrence King for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, bash. This proper weapon. Fake the cake. Dinner lady bingo wings, Paul. Listen, I'll be honest again. I've been honest on this topic before. There's nothing really to talk about these times. We're in a drought, so we're doing it. I don't want. Listen, if there was a bunch of things to talk about, don't give this. Listen, I'm small fry anyway. It wouldn't matter. I could talk about him for the next 20 years every day, and it's not going to help his promotion. So it's probably irrelevant whether I do a video or not. But I'd like, in principle, I'd like not to talk about this goofball. Yeah, I got a video coming tomorrow. Not on this topic, but I can't help myself. Jake Paul, there's no PED testing. There was no testing for the Mike Tyson fight. So this, I never used to believe it. It's off the gear, but it's just a bit weird, isn't it? It's not like, I get it. If you're a low-level fighter, it's expensive to have VADA testing. But when you're a big multi-million-dollar fighter, it should come as standard. So he's off the gear. He's fighting granddads and or washed up 160-pounders. What are we doing here? Anyway. Piers Morgan interview with Fake the Cake Paul. It's quite interesting. Piers half mugs him off, so we're going to play it. Let's get ready. Let's get to it. Bash!
But Piers, I'm being so honest, man, this guy's easy work.
I mean, you say that. Your last fight was with Mike Tyson, who's now 58 years old. Many people sort of mocked that and wrote it off as a bit of a joke. I interviewed actually Canelo Alvarez recently. He was very scathing about it. I've got a clip, actually. Let's just listen to this. How lucky is Jake Paul that this fight is happening and you're not going to get in the ring with him?
He's very lucky.
I can't even think what would happen to that guy if he got in the ring with you.
That's hard.
I mean, you probably could have killed him.
Could be.
I mean, you're probably not even joking, right? I mean,
No, I'm not joking. When I'm stepping in the ring, I'm not joking.
No. Do you like those sort of fights? I mean, when you see Mike Tyson get back in the ring at my age?
No, I hate that. Seeing him doing that kind of stuff, I feel sad as a fighter.
This guy, Jake Paul, no disrespect against him. I ain't got nothing against him, but can walk around today for the rest of his life to say, I beat Iron Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And it's on my record. That's just heartbreaking.
It's sickening, actually.
Yeah.
So, Jake, not a lot of love in the room for your Tyson fight.
You guys got all your panties in a wad. Also butthurt. You guys should go see a therapist, all three of you.
Did you think it was really...
Listen, Jake, I played a video the other day. Mike Tyson, I'll play it again for those of you, the masses who didn't see it. Fake the Cake Paul let slip that Mike Tyson had Parkinson's. Jake Paul, Parkinson's, Mike Tyson. It's only a quick clip. But you need, as many people can see this as possible. Yeah? Need to see this one here. Oh, come on, people. Is that it there? This might be it still. This is it still.
And then ayahuasca is really good for you.
Let's get this volume up for a hot sec. You best believe it.
And then ayahuasca is really good for your brain as well.
just do it to
And same with Toad. Toad is what cured Mike
Toad? Really? Come on.
Parkinson's. Or sorry, Toad cured. And same with Toad. Toad is what cured Mike Parkinson's. Or sorry, Toad cured Tyson's Parkinson's so that he could come back and fight.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, so the Parkinson's got toad, or the Parkinson's from a toad? You lick a toad? How does that work?
You smoke it. And then ayahuasca is really.
Yeah. Mike Tyson had Parkinson's. This shows you what that rat is about. And I don't even care about Mike because he sold out anyway. He should have known. He should have stayed in his lane. If you got Parkinson's, he ain't broke. His podcast was doing good things. He's probably making a couple of $1 million a year at least. So he didn't need to do it to sell his booty hole. Get popped by Fake the Cake Paul. I don't necessarily care about him, but as a young man, why would you want to get in there with a 60-year-old man? It's a bit wild, isn't it? And he's, oh no, he cured him. You don't get cured of Parkinson's with some moody toad, man. You don't get cured of Parkinson's. The toad probably took him to a place where he thought, right, oh, I've reached enlightenment. I don't have Parkinson's no more. That's more likely what it did. It deluded him into thinking he was okay. And we saw what he was like. Oh, yeah. Dribbling and chewing his glove. That's what he's going to be doing 10 years from now when it's proper kicked in. You'll see Mike sitting in the care home, biting his hand. And it already set in. Yeah? All these weirdos were saying, well, Mike's always bit his glove. Not like that, he hasn't. Not like... Oh, it was sad to see. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. This big, stiff idiot. Anyway, let's get back to Fake the Cake Paul.
An edifying spectacle. I mean, I love Mike Tyson. He was one of the best I've ever seen.
Entertainment, man. If Mike Tyson wants to fight you, of course you're going to say yes. He walked away with tens of millions of dollars to support his family for the rest of their lives. And we've made the biggest fight in history. So 128 million people would disagree with you that it wasn't something amazing.
It sucked, to be fair. And it didn't suck for the right reason. It didn't suck because, obviously, we all wanted to see you get plastered on the canvas. That's what we wanted to see. But it sucked because he was sick. He was ill in there. That's what made it suck. And most people, I didn't get it right, but a lot of people predicted that Mike was too old. I don't know what I was watching the clips, man. The Netflix cabal clips got me. I'm going to put my hands in the air, man. They convinced me. Whacking the pads. And I think it was the Roy Jones fight as well. Kind of half lured me in. I thought, well. But yeah, anyway. Not cool.
I mean, Canelo Alvarez there says that he would potentially kill you if you got in the ring with him.
He's a 5'8" little peon. If we were in the streets, I would grab that little ginger and smack him upside the head and make him forget who the fuck he was. People don't realize I'm a real killer. I really fucking do this shit. YouTube this, YouTube that, Disney that. This shit is not a joke. I'm knocking out the best of the best, beating all of these people time in and time again. And it's about time that you old heads and all these fucking boxers who think they know about the sport put some respect on my name.
Yeah, but you're not going to you're going to make a ton of money. Listen, I think
It's knocking out the best. You got boxed up by Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury's no good. I don't even like Tommy like that. But you got boxed up. Didn't do nothing in there, really. You got a moody knockdown, which could have been a slip. And that's all we really can talk about. Yeah, you got boxed up. The one young guy you fought who's a little bit about boxing, you got boxed up. What are you doing? Oh, knock everyone out. Just listen to the guy. Oh, beat Anderson Silva. He was 60 years old as well. He's wild.
As a businessman, you are brilliant, right? I give you full credit for that. When you took on Mike Tyson as a business enterprise, there's no argument. You absolutely crushed the numbers, crushed the money and everything else. But the idea that you can say on the one hand, I'm a killer, I get in the ring with the best people, and you get in the ring with a guy who's 50, he's literally nearly as old as me.
I'm not talking about Mike Tyson. I'm talking about Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley, champions in their sport.
Anderson Woodley, he was 50 as well in UFC years. UFC's a hard way to live. I think Woodley been sparked before? I'm sure he's been sparked before. Didn't Usman spark him? Was that a hugfest? I don't know. I know he's been clipped before. I'm sure I've seen him. Either way, even if he wasn't, mate, he's a wrestler. How about that? Okay, he didn't get clipped. He's a wrestler. Well done. You beat a wrestler who can't box for toffee. And he's 50. Silver, 50. Who else you got? Let's see what other names he got here. I beat the best.
Golden Gloves champions, Ryan Borland, Andre August, undefeated fighters. The list goes on and on.
What great boxer have you been in the ring with?
Former world champion on Saturday, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., son of the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, besides me, of course. Like, I don't know what you guys want to see. I tried to fight Canelo. He ducked out of it. You asked him about that. You said he's going to kill me. So what do you want, Piers? You're laughing when you say, oh, Jake is going to fight Canelo. I think you would kill him. But then you're like, oh, you're not fighting this guy. You're the problem here with this whole situation and criticism of my career. I'm trying to fight the best people. And
to be fair, I wanted at the time, I wanted to see the Canelo fight. Yeah, I don't know why Turkey. Well, I want to see Crawford as well, but the plan was apparently, initially, I think it was a 2 or 3 fight deal for Canelo. And Canelo was going to fight Fake Paul in like March, May or something like that, and then go into the Turkey deal. But Turkey said, no, you're not doing that, and gave him an extra fight on the deal. And we got Skull, right? So what would you rather have seen? Oh, God forbid. Now, Jake Paul, I don't care how bad Canelo looked against Skull. I don't think Fake Paul can box like Skull. He'd try his best to. That's what he'd have to do. He'd run around the place, but he'd still lose. And he'd look embarrassed. He'd look like he shit himself. That's what I want to see. I want to see him in there scared to death. Yeah, and he was scared to death of Mike. He was scared to death of Mike. He had a 50-foot ring. Massive ring. I've never seen a ring so big in my life. And he still didn't want to get stuck in. He was still like, on the outside with an old man. Old man. Super old. Yeah? About him fighting the best. Listen, man, the cruiserweight division, that's Jake Paul's weight class. It's full of people gagging for it. Now, we've got to wait and see. Listen, if he fights Ramirez, fair play to him. again, if he wins, if he beat Ramirez, it was because it's rigged. Honestly, I wasn't even one of them guys who used to talk about how it was rigged. But if he beat Ramirez, it would have to be rigged. That's the only way he wins. It's not even 1 in 1,000 times. Or Ramirez has been drugged. He's been spiked. Yeah, with the Moody Bill Cosby. They put the Moody Bill Cosby in his drink. That's the only way. Now, I don't put it past Fake Paul, to be fair. Which one of you, man, is betting against the Netflix cabal, the shekels, putting 2-2 Bill Cosby in Ramirez's drink before the fight? I'm not. So it's possible. Yeah, but it'll be obvious because Ramirez will be like this. Proper. So it won't be like close. You'll know that he's been Bill Cosby'd.
And that's why Chavez is here on Saturday. I want Canelo. I want Anthony Joshua. I want all these people. It's been 5 years in this sport.
What are you talking about? AJ was gagging. AJ's on you, ring you on the phone. Say, let's do it now. You're talking about 2026. I'll give you the Canelo one. I didn't agree with it. But I think it's fair to say at this point, Jake Paul did send him a term sheet, Canelo, and it was about to get done, and then Turkey stepped in. So if he wants to can that as a duck, you can't really argue with that, to be fair to him on that point. But AJ, what's your excuse there? Yeah, he gagging for it. He need a comeback fight. And listen, AJ might be leaky deaky, yeah, but he would do Fake Paul. Fake Paul's never been in there with someone bigger than him, or even his own size. He always fights the one guy he fought that was his own size was Tommy, and he got boxed up. Everyone else, even Chavez, is a 160-pounder, man.
But the problem is, the only proper boxer you fought was Tommy Fury, and he beat you.
Oops.
And he's not even the best. He's not even the best fighter in his family.
Golden Gloves champion Andre August, Brian.
Golden Gloves champion Andre August. Yeah, that's the one. That's that big stiff idiot who stood like this. Yeah, he was broke as a joke. I'm pretty sure he was fighting on the MVP banner as well. So these type of ones here, they're like, okay, bro, you're broke as shit. Jake Paul goes on Backpage. He goes on Craigslist and he searches for athletes with some sort of credentials. So he's going through all the lists, digging at all the Golden Glove champions from 20 years ago who were in a sticky spot, and he's telling them, I'll trade you. Yeah, let me knock you out on TV in the first round and I'll give you 500 grand or something. And that's what's happening with all them Golden Gloves, Golden Gloves. I've seen him sparring as well. All the guys in sparring is a funny clip. And Jake Paul's just like hitting him, the guy's standing there. So you have to believe either Jake Paul's that good at skills or they're told not to punch back. They're told to be a punching bag. And there's rumours about that anyway. Who was it who was in camp? Someone was in camp. And they said, oh yeah, don't go too hard kind of thing. That was the narrative. Oh, I know who it was. It was Ramman Jr. When he got in there with Jake Paul in sparring. Ramman Jr. alleges that he was told, yeah, just go in there and, let make Jake feel good. Don't surprise me with these bootlicking camps. That's what they're going to do. It's not because it's not a serious fight camp. The fights aren't serious. If you had to seriously prepare for an athlete your own age, you couldn't have bootlickers around you. Because people are coming there to fight. When you're going in there and it's rigged, and you pay people off, and or you put the Bill Cosby in their drink, whatever, you can't lose.
Borland as well. Anderson Silva was an undefeated boxer. I mean, you can sit there and make up shit, but you actually don't know your facts. I fought multiple boxers with professional records, and including Mike Tyson himself, who I think is going to be a harder fight than Chavez.
Yeah, but peak Tyson, you wouldn't have lasted 10 seconds.
That's what you think. That's what you think.
No, I know that. You know that too.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't actually know that. You can't sit there and
you think
say
you'd have beaten Pete Mike Tyson?
Hey, back in, I think anything is possible. That's why self-belief is the most powerful thing in the world.
You would have had two hopes. No disrespect to you, Jay. No disrespect.
That's what I want.
You would have had two hopes of beating Mike Tyson
as well.
You'd have had two hopes of beating
Anthony Joshua as well.
That's why I want Anthony Joshua as well. Okay, let's assume obviously Mike and AJ aren't the same, but I'll take that. Why are you fighting Chavez for? AJ told you months ago before the Chavez fight was announced he wants your ass. Yeah, that's why I want him. That's why I want him. Well, where the contract at? Oops. Why are you fighting Chavez as well? There's a whole bunch of half-serious cruiserweights out there. Yeah? What's Chavez's appeal? Okay, he's got a little bit of the Mexican clout. This ain't even a Mexican holiday, I don't believe. So you could have just picked, this could have been anyone. This could have been Badu Jack, for example. Right? You dug him up. He's a 160-pounder, man. That's the truth. A lazy, coked-up 160-pounder. He's off the sniff, man. The pure as well. Guadalajara sniff. That's what I've heard. Yeah? El Menchito gear. That's what he's getting in there, man. Yeah? El Chapitos gear. That's the gear he got. So he ain't doing much of nothing. Chavez ain't. Yeah. That's what he's not doing. It's documented as well. And his daddy. His daddy loved the El Chapito too. That's what he loved. So don't play with me. You know what you're doing. And these type of things, Jake Paul will know what his opponent's about. So Jake Paul, yeah, he'll know that Chavez Jr. and Chavez Sr. have a predilection towards the El Chapitos up his nose. And hence, what he'll do, a few weeks before the fight, Chavez will be going about his business. He'll get back to his house and he'll be like half a kilo through the letterbox. And Jake Paul will know that he won't be able to help himself, right? He'll get it and think, oh no, what do I do? Chavez might not put two and two together. He might just think that he stumbled. Oh, they must have sent it to the wrong address. But if you're a El Chapitos fiend, once you open the parcel, yeah, and it's sitting in front of you, what do you think Chavez is doing for the next week? Be honest. What do you think he's doing? It's going up his nose. That's where it's going. There's no testing for this fight. It's going up his nose. He's going to be absolutely wired like this. And the first shot that lands, he's going to be out. Honestly. That's what's most likely going to happen.
Here's Mike Tyson. You'd have had two hopes. No hope and Bob Hope.
And you versus going to the gym, you're still a fat ass.
Actually,
what do you want to
I've been in the gym the last 2 days.
What do you
I'm in
want to
quite
talk
good nick.
about? Like, we can make up hypotheticals. You should go to the gym. If you went to the gym,
I've been twice this week.
Okay. Well, this is what we're talking about. Like,
I think I admire your work. I admire your work as a
you don't think I can be Mike Tyson. I don't think you go to the gym.
Okay, well, I do go to the gym, and there's actual photographic evidence. But here's my point to you. I think you're a great YouTuber, a great influencer. I admire what you try to do in boxing, but I do think when you actually come up against a proper, serious boxer, and I suspect that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. may be that person, it could all come crashing down.
Piers, is that you think that your opinion matters.
Well, why are you doing my show if it doesn't?
Oh, I'm just taking your audience to sell pay-per-views. I don't give a fuck about your show. You dumbass. This is a fucking business enterprise. Buy the pay-per-view on Saturday, June 28th, me versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Thank you. Tune in, everybody.
And Jake Paul left the chat. I don't know. I can't believe it's on pay-per-view. This should be a free-to-air DAZN show. I don't know who's paying. How much is it? Let's have a look. I don't know who would ever pay for that. I'm not going to lie. In principle, I would never pay for no pay-per-view, to be fair. Not even if Ahmed Ayamad, Properard, was fighting someone. I just wouldn't. I'm too skint. But, in principle, theoretically, I'd pay for, I don't know, Jake Paul versus AJ. Yeah. I would pay for that. Because you'll get serious arm dungeon. I'd pay for Canelo versus Jake Paul as well. Theoretically speaking. This one, who would ever buy this? I don't know. It's not enough. It's not enough, like, oh, he might get sparked. Then again, look at Floyd Mayweather's fights. Floyd Mayweather did good pay-per-views. People hoping he got knocked out. And he was never fought. Pacquiao, apart from Pacquiao, no one ever, there wasn't much chance of him ever losing. $60 in the US. Wow, $60. Who would ever pay for that? £25 in the UK. That's like a prime eight. That's more. I think AJ in his prime was at £20, £25. Inflation adjusted, £25. Call it that. AJ in his prime was £25 in the UK. Who's buying that? It's gonna do no numbers at all. I'll be very shocked if that sells more than 100k. Tops. It might be 50, 60. To be honest, it's got nothing there. Useless. And I implore people not to buy it. Just watch the highlights. Just don't have the 10-minute highlights the morning after anyway. So there's no, especially if you're in the UK. By the time you wake up and had your breakfast, it'll be out. The best parts of it. And I just hope. I mean, here's a face-off here. No, I'm going to save this video for tomorrow, talking about him on the peds. But I thought Chavez was quite small. We don't know what boots he's got on. But he actually looks. He's got a big hoodie on, so we can't really tell. He does look. Jake Paul's just like a dinner lady. Yeah. He's like a dinner. He's got them big bingo wings on his arms. And he's just big and soft. Yeah. Chavez is in shape, so I think when they got their shirts off, he's got these big, like, blow-up arms, pumped full of air and carbs and dinner lady grease. That's the build he reminds me of. A dinner lady build. I wouldn't lie about it. That's just what I see. I think when they got on the scales, Chavez probably weighed 200. Jake Paul's going to come in there 215 plus. It's not all about the weight though, is it? But the height looks alright. I thought Chavez was going to look. We'll have to wait and see when they get in the ring, but I thought Chavez was going to look. These production companies, if Chavez is really small, they'll tell him, oh yeah, put a hoodie on. Oh yeah, put these insoles in your shoes before the fight. So the masses sit and think, oh, it's a fair fight. Oh, Chavez, about the same size, plus he's a real boxer. And then when the bell goes and all the insoles are taken out and his hoodie's off, he'll look tiny. And I think there's a risk here of that. But it's not all about size, is it? At the end of the day, some people are saying Crawford's going to beat Canelo. Jake Paul's not all that. They say he can punch. If he could punch, he'd have knocked Tommy out, surely, wouldn't it? Right? Is Chavez better than Tommy? He's more washed than Tommy, that's for sure. But you'd like to think he hasn't got. If he hasn't got halfway through, yeah. If Chavez isn't halfway into that half kilo, that half brick, he might have a good chance. Now, if he's been off it, if he's been changing it up his nose since it landed, since Jake Paul's parcel landed in his gaff, then it ain't gonna go well. You can see him here. Look at Chavez's mouth. He's like looking like Leonardo DiCaprio, man. Just geeking. So I don't know what happens. I'm a sucker for an underdog. I'd like to hope that Chavez can do something, but I wouldn't touch it. The gambling's like, I think you put 100 on Jake Paul, you win £20 profit. You put 100 on Chavez, you think you make about 400 profit, 500 profit. If I had to go somewhere, it'd be with Chavez. I'm not betting on, but it's all rigged anyway. But it's not rigged enough for me to say, okay, it's free money for Jake Paul. I can't buy into it. I can't buy into it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Yep. Bye.